Let's be real, summer is not the time for a 10-step makeup routine. It's hot, it may be humid, and you just want to look fresh without the melting makeup. Today I want to break down the only 5 beauty products that you need in your summer makeup bag to help you slay all summer long. These are going to be long wearing, they're going to be sweat proof, and they are personally some of my favorites and what I have been wearing every single day. And I live in Las Vegas and we have gotten up to 116 degrees here. So when I tell you this makeup is what I'm going back to all summer long, I mean it. So let's jump into it. All right, welcome everyone. I'm excited to share my 5 beauty products with you. And if you are a regular viewer on my channel, you might notice that I am in a new space. So I am filming in a new room. I did just move out of my apartment and the beauty room that I'd been filming in for about the past 2 years. So hope you enjoyed this cute little space here. But I did want to share with you these staples in my summer makeup bag. So my most recent video that I did was a shop my stash for the month of July/August, since I was in the middle of a move in July, and then I'm also going to be traveling for about 3 weeks from July into August. And coming up, like I said, not only do I live in Las Vegas where our climate is super warm, we don't deal with humidity, which is great. I am outside a lot, and then I'm also traveling to India, to Bali, and then to Hawaii. So I still will be dealing with, you know, very warm temperatures, and I will also be running into some humidity. So I wanted to share with you, so if you want to see what I have packed and what will be pretty similar to what my travel bag will look like, if you want a video specifically for my travel makeup bag for those trips, then let me know. I can definitely film that. Otherwise, you can check out the shop my stash. But to jump into some of my favorites, okay, I keep talking about this product, but like I really want people to try this because I'm so surprised. This was not a product that I thought that I was going to fall in love with, but it is from Bare Minerals, and this is their Complexion Rescue All Over Luminizer. It's their broad spectrum SPF 20. And so I have the shade Copper Rose. It does say wear alone all over face or mix in with a tinted moisturizer or foundation. So for me, I'm more of a light coverage girl, whether it be like a tinted moisturizer, a tinted sunscreen, just a light coverage foundation product. And I posted a shorts video and I said, the title of it was like, I'm throwing away all of my skin tints because I have been using this one from Bare Minerals and I'm so surprised at how much I like it. So not only does it have some SPF coverage, which is great because I'm not mentioning SPF specifically in this video, but SPF is key. Please be wearing your sunscreen when you are going out in the summer. So SPF is key all of the time, right? But to me, to have a product that has some more SPF in it, like, sure, great. But for me, why I really enjoy this product is because it does have this tint to it and it gives me this kind of bronzy glow at the same time, since it is a luminizer. And while it doesn't, to me, it's not a foundation, it's not a tinted moisturizer, it really is like a cross between a bronzer and a highlighter, but it somehow also, because of that, looks like it just kind of smooths my skin. And this is what I wear, just this and concealer. I don't wear this and then I put a tinted, you know, a skin tint on top, a tinted moisturizer on top, anything like that. I just use my sunscreen, then I use this, my concealer, my powder, and the rest of my makeup. That is all. And this is so nice because I can also blend it out with my hands. That's the only way I've ever applied this, is blending it out with my fingers. I don't feel like I need an extra brush. So again, it's summer. I don't want to be doing that 10-step makeup routine, which honestly is not just a summer thing for me. That's kind of like all year round. Like, I like my quick and easy makeup looks, but now, especially when I'm thinking about traveling, this is super easy for me to apply. I could apply it like in the airport bathroom if I wanted to. Super easy to apply. It looks so great on. I keep recommending this to everybody. I feel like I've used half of it so far and I'm like, is this gonna last me through the summer? We also have to have a good setting spray this summer. And I will say that I am not a setting spray girl. I'm not really like a primer girl. I'm not a setting spray girl. To me, those are kind of steps in our makeup routine that just aren't necessary to me. Like I said, I'm not into like a full glam, takes a ton of time doing my makeup anyways, but I will change. I will switch things up a little bit when it comes to summer, when it comes to heat, and then especially when I'm traveling to more humid places, I do want a good setting spray. And this one from One Size has really changed my mind about setting sprays. There have been setting sprays and finishing sprays in the past that I really enjoy. I always have the MAC Fix Plus in my collection. I really enjoyed the Urban Decay All Nighter, right? This one from One Size is like, she different. She different. First of all, so I got the mini. I purchased it in one of the recent Sephora sales. I am definitely more than halfway done with this. I wonder if I will finish this off during my travels. I really wonder about that. And if I do, like I said in my Shop My Stash when I had this out, I said I will repurchase another one. I do think the mini is great though, especially for traveling. I was just recently packing up my apartment, and as I was going through a skincare drawer, I had a bunch of minis, and I started to just pack them in a box, and I was like, wait. I was like, let me take out this mini cleanser, this mini moisturizer. I was like, these are gonna be great for my trips, right? Because I don't really love to take full-size products unless I really have to. But this one thing that I love about it is when I spray my face, it's a very fine mist, and it doesn't leave me feeling sticky at all. Sometimes when I spray my face and I try to open my eyes, it's like my lashes stick together, and I'm like, oh, or like my lips stick together, and I'm like, this is not cute. So to me, that was one of the first things that I noticed. The fine mist, it doesn't make my face feel sticky. I can open my eyes after spraying. But the story that I always tell with this is when I first started using the setting spray, I thought my skin type was changing, and I thought I was becoming more dry, because I would look at my makeup like halfway through the day and I'd be like, do I look dry? Do I look matte? Like, this is so strange because I have more combo skin. I can usually end up being a little bit more glowy after a few hours, you know, especially in the T-zone. And I'm like, is my skin changing? This is so crazy. And then I remembered that I'd started to use the One Size setting spray. And so this will really lock your makeup into place. It will help mattify it. It will help extend the wear. And this is going to be a great product if you want your makeup to stay on. Like I said, this is a must in my travel makeup bag. The night before that I'm filming this, I went out to dinner with some of my friends in Vegas, and still at 7 p.m. it was 109 degrees. And we were sitting outside. It was so hot. My makeup, like, I took photos at the end of the night. Like, I took photos closer to like 9:30 p.m. My makeup, beautiful. Along those lines, we also do need a good setting powder. Now, I am a powder girly. I will say that. I love powder. I love testing out new powders. I love finding good powders, because to me, powders can really be such a game changer when it comes to your makeup routine, especially if you are trying to make your makeup last, especially if you are trying to achieve, you know, the sweat-proof makeup look and all of those things. And a lot of you recommended this powder to me, and I've been loving it so much. So this is from L'Oreal. It's their Infallible Blurfection Blurring and Brightening Loose Setting Powder. Now, I do think there's a lot of great powders on the market. Another one I have in my bag is from Morphe. I really, of course, love just the iconic OG Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I think that is a great one. But this is my new one that I've had. And again, I bought this because I asked for drugstore recommendations, and so many of you said this one. I have also seen a lot of people recommend the one from Wet n Wild. They're like photo focus one that is in pink. So you'll have to let me know if you've tried that one. And to me, I also just got the Kosas, like cloud, is it like Cloud Spun or Cloud Dream? I'm on a cloud. I'm about to be in the cloud. I got that one sent to me recently, and it's also a pink powder. And to me, this is the one that I've been reaching for. I don't love the packaging on the Kosas as well, and I feel like it's kind of hard to get the powder out. But this one from L'Oreal is beautiful. It is more affordable. You can also grab it on Amazon. It is a lightweight pink powder. It is a loose powder. I go back and forth between loving loose powders and pressed powders. I feel like I love them both equally. I'll say right now, I feel like I've been more on my loose powder game, but the pink from L'Oreal for the under eyes, it kind of helps give them a little bit of a brightening effect. To me, I don't notice a ton of it though, because sometimes I don't want a brightening powder all over my face, especially because I deal with hormonal acne. Sometimes I think if I put like a brightening powder, especially around like my jawline, my chin, I'm like, is it like showcasing the acne that I struggle with? But this one, while I feel it can be a little bit blurring, brightening, I especially feel like it can be blurring. And that is what I appreciate. It helps mattify, it helps keep the makeup lasting. Like this mixed with the One Size, like this combo right here, your makeup is going to stay. And of course, we need a good mascara. I love mascaras, and one thing that I don't love is mascara that transfers. I do not want mascara on my face, on my under eyes. I don't want it up here. I don't want it by my brows. I don't want my mascara to move. So I am very particular when it comes to my mascaras. I have my favorites that I go back to. One thing for the summer and for sweat-proof makeup that I want to recommend is a tubing mascara. And I know some people have some different thoughts on tubing mascaras. For me, I wouldn't say I was like a huge fan right away, but the more that I've tried, the more that I've realized a lot of the mascaras that I've been recommending for the past, year plus have actually been tubing mascaras. And I'm like, oh, Samantha, I think that you're just a fan. So one that I really love, like I love the ones from Tarte, the XL, the one in the gold, also the one in the purple tubes. Honestly, just buy those. Just I think I like the gold one just a little bit more, I would say, but the purple is also a great one. So I've gone through multiples of those, but one of my new mascaras that I've been trying is the one from Kulfi, and this is their Baddie Lash. This I am so impressed with. Kulfi has been a brand that I've definitely had an eye on. I also really enjoy their concealer as well, but I got their Baddie Lash, and this definitely makes the lashes longer and also fuller. It makes them darker. It does not move. I have gone in a pool, I have gone in a hot tub, I have gone out in 110-degree+ weather, I have moved. There was one of the days where I filmed earlier in the day, so I had my makeup all done, and then I was like, I need to, you know, be moving some of these boxes, and I was putting things in boxes, I was moving things around, I was taking things down to my car, I was taking things into the new place, and I was hot, I was sweating, I was going through a ton of water. My mascara, chillin'. She be chillin'. And then at night, I also like it because I do find tubing mascaras easy to remove. And again, I hear some like conflicting things from others, but for me, I use like a cleansing balm. Like right now I have the one from Elemis, their cleansing balm, and I literally just kind of swipe at my lashes, and then those tubes literally just come off. So yes, you have a bunch of like essentially like black tubes on your face, but then I don't love to just take my washcloth and wipe them off. What I do next is then I take another cleanser, like the one I'm using right now is from First Aid Beauty, just their regular cleanser. It's kind of like a creamy cleanser. And then I just apply that all over my face as well to help double cleanse, remove my makeup. And then by that time, like the tubes have pretty much washed away, right? So I think it's very easy. I think the removal is easy. I think applying it is easy. I love that it lasts a long time. So if you haven't tried out the Kulfi mascara yet, I am a fan. And lastly, we do need a good blush for summer, and also a long wearing blush. Now to me, when I think of blushes being long wearing, I really don't. I always feel like blushes are the first thing that fades with our makeup, but I have been on a bit of a blush kick recently, and I've typically been more of a bronzer girl, and I've said I'm not that much of a blush girly, but I have been very obsessed this summer with bright, colorful blushes. I actually did a video on 5 unbasic blushes for summer, and I talk about red blushes, orange blushes, bright pink blushes. I've been really into that. But most recently, and again, if you saw my Shop My Stash, I mentioned the Benetint. I have been really loving a product like this, but not just like this one from Benefit. I've also gone back to the Milk Cooling Water Jelly Tints, which I'm a little surprised at, and I will tell you why. But these two, I actually have the Benefit on this cheek and the Milk on this cheek for when I was applying it. These two I just keep going back and forth with, and it's funny because I'm normally more of a powder blush girl, like the Rare Beauty Bouncy blushes. That's the other one that I have in my makeup bag right now, is the Grateful one, which is more red, like more of like this watermelon red. So beautiful, right? So more into powders. So for this to be a liquid and this to be, I don't even know, jelly, I don't know what you would call this, I'm like a little bit surprised. But because these are both considered tints, I find them to be very, very long wearing. And I've noticed as I was using them that I would look at my makeup at the end of the night and be like, wow, my cheeks are still pink. Like, you know, sometimes sure, they're not as bright and vibrant as when I first put them on, but like my blush is still lasting. And again, I do think it's also a combination of the One Size setting spray. I use a good powder. I actually do all of my base makeup and then I powder after it. Sometimes I add a little bit more on top, but I do the Bare Minerals, my concealer, then I do my brows, I do my bronzer, my blush, and then I powder my face. Then I typically do some eyeshadow and liner, spray my face before I do my mascara. So that is typically my routine. But these have been my go-to. I'm not gonna lie, I just kind of grabbed the Milk as like a random afterthought during my move, and things were like getting all shuffled around. I didn't know what was going on. I felt like I just needed something really quick. And the reason why I grabbed this one from Milk was because I thought, oh, I can use it for cheeks and I can use it for lips. That's what I have on my lips today. I think the same thing with the Benefit. This is a cheek and lip tint, and I use that for those reasons. So another thing when I'm thinking my summer makeup bag, and I'm saying you only need these 5 essentials, right? Like I'm not mentioning a brow product, which I think a lot of people would like a brow product. You know, I didn't mention a concealer. I do love concealers, but honestly that Bare Minerals is like such a slay. Obviously I love a good bronzer, right? But when I was thinking about this, I said, I want to include this because you can use it on your cheeks, you can use it on your lips, and it's such a quick and easy look. Again, we're trying to do just a quick summer routine that is going to last, and because of these being tints, these are going to last on you. So the Benefit, this one is the raspberry. I don't know if it's just the shade raspberry, but this is more of a raspberry color. Honestly, I think this and the milk are really similar, which is why I felt like I could apply it today. But you just have a little doe foot. I just tap a little on and blend it out. So beautiful, so long wearing. The Benefit, I think, lasts longer on my cheeks than the milk. I think the milk lasts longer on my lips than the Benefit. That is what I will say about these. I think that they're long wearing for both. This longer on the cheeks, this longer on the lips. And so same thing with the milk. I will say with these, I would recommend to apply one cheek first, blend it out, and then go on to the next, because they are also both very quick drying. And so you want to work quickly to blend it out, right? So that's how I apply it to the cheeks. And then again for the lips, it just kind of stains them this beautiful, a little bit more both on the raspberry side, just this beautiful like raspberry stain, and they will stay. I always use a lip liner. Like I'm always going to use a lip liner, right? Like I could do a whole video just on like lip liners I feel like you need, right? But I do a lip liner and then I put these on top. My lips are going to last. I actually just posted a short form video talking about my love for the Freck lip liner, and I was showing what my lips looked like at the end of the night, and I still had lip liner like fully on my top lip. It had pretty much worn away on my bottom, but I was like, look at this. And I included a clip of this insane torta that I had for lunch that was literally like the size of my face, and was like, this is what I ate and my lip liner is still on my top lip. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you need makeup that's not gonna move. Like, I can test them out for you. I can test them in the weather, I can test them in the pool, and I can test them eating some crazy eats around Las Vegas, okay? But the Benefit Benetint and the Milk Makeup Cooling Jelly Tints, these are not gonna move on your cheeks, on your lips. They are going to stay all summer long. So those are the 5 must-have products that I have in my summer makeup bag, in my travel makeup bag for my Sweatproof makeup routine. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of my favorites. I would love to know what are some of your faves for the summer, and do we overlap any favorites? Definitely let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.